Hey, Chuck here. January 7th, 2026. 7 days into 2026. Today, an ICE agent shot a woman in the street. Renee Nicole Good was a couple blocks away. She just dropped off her daughter at school and was heading home. Now, we can argue on what her intentions were, but she did. She impeded ICE officers. She pulled in front of them and they ran up on the vehicle, and the result was her getting shot and killed in the streets of Minneapolis. Now, this is going to be an investigation by the FBI. So Cash Patel, shouldn't be any problem there, right? He's, completely bipartisan there. J.D. Vance got up today and made a statement and said this is a tragedy of her own making. So he doubled down on the whole thing. Mayor Jacob Frey called it bullshit, got on a newscast and said that ICE agents need to get the fuck out of Minneapolis. Of course, there was so many pearl clutching that went on with that. And he told everybody to get over it, that they were Disney princesses and this and this and that. So let's look at it. Normally, I don't get on here and just quote law. But one thing I'll point out is this, hoping to post this up here. The Title I U.S. DOJ policy on the use of force. Based on U.S. Department of Justice, DOJ, updated use of force policy, particularly as refined in 2022 and enforced in 2024-25, the concept of officer-created jeopardy is treated as a tactical error that undermines the justification for deadly force. For example, the policy explicitly states that placing oneself in the path of a moving vehicle is considered officer-created jeopardy and weakens the claim that deadly force was necessary. Preventing risky tactics. The policy seeks to prevent scenarios where officers create a need for deadly force by engaging in risky behaviors such as stepping in front of a fleeing vehicle during a traffic stop. Accountability. The policy and reform efforts are moving towards holding officers accountable if their reckless actions or poor tactics contribute to creating a deadly situation, even if the final use of force moment appears justified in isolation. The U.S. Department of Justice policy on the use of force, specifically JM 1-16.000, addresses the use of firearms in relation to moving vehicles. Firearms may only be discharged at a moving vehicle under specific circumstances. When someone in the vehicle threatens with deadly force using means other than the vehicle, or when the vehicle itself is operated to cause death or serious injury and no other reasonable defense is possible, such as moving away. Now, I want everyone to watch all three angles that are given on mainstream media and decide for yourself. Was this officer moving away? Was he justified? Does your narrative and your beliefs affect you in that way? The first shot was actually through the windshield, and that's what you're going to see people posting on Facebook. Now, was that at a 45-degree angle? Because the thing I saw was the dude clearly was able to move out of the way. Did she have to die? People say, well, she should have followed orders. She should have followed orders. Not following orders constitutes death. But the dude was out of the way of the vehicle. That can't be argued, period. And then the second shot that went into the driver's side window, open window, and the third shot that went in there, how was that necessary? So, use of force involves minimal amount of force necessary to gain compliance, right? Isn't that how we all learned it? So where are we at in that? I don't know. Figure it out yourself.